Good morning. This is La Madame. I hope everyone is doing well this morning. I decided to come and share a little word with you, a little morning inspiration. I hope you all are doing well. I slept well. And yeah, so looks like we're at Saturday. A nice, so far so good, a nice Saturday. It feels like a Saturday to me and stuff. So we'll see how today brings. So we're just going to open up this reading with morning inspirational cards this morning to share with you. I have certain decks that I use for in the AM and the PM and in between. But yeah, so this deck, I call it it's not mine. It's a deck by, it's called Cozy Witch Tarot Deck by Amanda Lovelace. But anyhow, we'll have a morning little read. Now I'm recording from two different devices. So again, one may cut off in the middle. If that happens, you can reach me at YouTube, Ramadan 6119, or you can reach me at TikTok, which is 707. So with all due respect, let's get to it, guys. Let's have a morning read. What can we learn from the spirit guides at this time? I'm going to put my glasses on. The very first card is Emperor, the Emperor. Being the authority of your own life comes with a lot of responsibility. The first card is Emperor. Yeah, there's a lot of responsibility at this time. It's a call that us as a people, as persons here that live on this earth, have a great responsibility to see things through, to make sure things are being taken care of. And so leadership is very strong. So far, so good. Let's see here. Page of Cups. Let yourself be continually surprised by this thing called life. Page of Cups. So looking at this card here reminds me, being at peace, being comfortable with thyself, taking time out for yourself, spending a lot of alone time to reflect, maybe work on some ideas and things of that nature. With it springtime, we're in the spring, I most definitely, I don't know, I've been in the mood for wanting to recreate and things of that nature, so it's positive. Four of Swords. Why aren't you resting? It's asked that we get a amount of sleep. I know when it comes to sleep, that's a whole topic. Some people can sleep maybe 3-4 hours, 5, and so on. Some people can get more sleep than is needed. But I think it's more than just sleep, what this card is saying. It's basically saying that we need to slow down our minds and really let our bodies do what our bodies will do. A lot of times we force ourselves. We force ourselves to get up out of bed. We force ourselves to do that routine or that exercise and so forth, so forth. And the Four of Swords, this card is reminding that, you have to really take some time, some downtime to really work with the spiritual and what's, inside, not just the physical, but work on the inside as well. Seven of Pentacles. Nurture what you have and see how it grows and grows. So to be thankful for what you have. You know, some people, you may feel, I don't know, to others, it seeming that, oh, you look at others' lives and you probably say a lot of times, like, oh, they have it all, or they have this, they have that, they have a maid, they have this, they have a cook, they have a daycare, they have everything going on for themselves. What do I have? And that's where you got to stop. You have something to be grateful for. You waking up out of your bed is freedom. That's something to be grateful for. And even if you've experienced it once, that's an experience. And so we should be grateful for what we have. Just take the time to appreciate what we do have. I see these plants in this picture, and it just reminds me how so many persons, we may have a plant or sort in our home, and it may be neglected. We just walk past it, and oh, it's not gonna matter if I water it today or next week. That old plant, it don't grow. It doesn't grow. That's not true. Talk to your plants. Feed them. You don't have to feed them every day. Know your plant. I, I have a green thumb. I would say that I have a green thumb. I didn't always have one, but I have one now. So when I think of plants, I think of my hair growth. And the moment I stop loving myself and I stop maintaining myself, I stop combing and brushing my hair and loving myself, my hair is going to fall out. Your hair is going to be, it's not going to be fine and shiny. And just like these plants, you have to feed them, make sure the soil it has the right moisture, it has the right sunlight, and sometimes it can be too much sunlight. So you gotta kind of appreciate life, guys. Appreciate your life, what you have. You only have one. And so I'll stop at this one, Page of Wands. Just because you're passionate about it doesn't mean it'll be effortless. We put ourselves out there majority of the time, which is very brave. And there's nothing wrong with it. But don't be upset when things don't go as planned. Things may not go the way you figure them out in your mind and in your head and how you play it out, no matter how many times you say, I want to say exactly this tomorrow. I'm going to say this. And, it may not come out that way. Just things are just not the same. So give yourself some time to some room to grow and to just be creative, guys. Be comfortable with ourselves, trust ourselves, and know that, timing is everything. It just may not be the right time. When things don't go our way, don't just say, oh, well, nothing never goes my way. Don't try not to say things like that. It's hurting you when you say things like that. Just try to be positive. And the more you become positive, the more you stop, you catch yourself doing these things, I'm telling you, you're going to see a difference. You'll see it. You'll say, man, I can't believe I was like this. I really messed up like this. Thinking that nothing goes right for me and everything I touch fails. When you say things like that, you're putting, you're cursing yourself. So, trust yourself, guys. So yeah, I like these little cards right here. Little morning inspiration cards. I really do like them. They're colorful. They inspire me personally as a woman and as a human being. Yeah. Let's see what else I can find. I'll go with Magical Spirit. Again, this is Lamadam, guys. We're getting close to 10 minutes. One of these recordings will stop, like I said. Just pick up, guys, on my other channel, if you must, pick up on this one particular reading. This is Lamadam, Magical Spirit. It's time to come home, goddess of the sea. Many of us are called to do an assignment. And so When I'm looking at this card, I see a calling for individual. You know, we're all called to do things. We all have an assignment here on this planet. And it's just a reminder that when it's your turn, it's your turn. You know, take off and see where to go. This is abundance, purification, and ego. So you got all the tools you need. You got the tools, goddess of the sea. Goddess of the sea. I kind of sense too, looking at this card, I think of ancestors like a mother or aunt or a femininity. That everyone, and I feel when I say everyone, I'm saying, everyone. I feel like everyone kind of, they can relate to what I'm about to say. That motherhood, just what you feel like what a mother would be. You may not have had a good childhood or a good life or what have you, but if you if you really could have it your way, you know, how would you view your life? How would you view a woman, of love, a grandmother, a auntie's, love, a kiss, or a hug, and a real nice, comforting hug. When a woman, can hug you and she puts her all into it. You don't really look at it like, oh wow, grandma's got her breast all on me. You look at it like, wow, she's just so sweet. Like I just love her so much. You think of love and nurture and stuff like that. So it's asked to come back with us now. And so this is a call, for us to get ready to start our journey. Have a long journey ahead. It's time to leave the old behind. Rebirth. Huh, most definitely. 2025 is, I don't even really talk about 2025. To be honest, I think that so far I may have mentioned 2025, maybe I can count the times on my hand, maybe 5 times. I'm so far gone from it. 2025 was not the worst year, but I'm so looking forward to something new, rebirthing something new, creating something new. I want to see something new. I want to see it. I want to feel it. I want to taste it. I want to live it. And so, when it says rebirth, I think we're not thinking about a woman having birth, guys. We're thinking of a woman or a male, a person, a person. There's no difference between male and female, but that one thing. And I'm just going to just keep saying that in a lot of my readings. So, it's not that I'm justifying anything, it's that I'm just trying to get others to see that there's really no difference in male and female. There's not, there's that one difference. That's it. Everything else is the same. We all deserve love. We were all born from a woman. Okay? So, anyhow, mother me, I get all into it. But yeah, rebirth. So it says, shedding. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes my wording and taking risks. So yeah, it has to be brave at this time. Yeah. So this is the magical spirit, guys. It's a magical spirit oracle. This was upside down, but I don't read these cards upside down. The past. Releasing, rebirth, and spring. We are so in spring. So in spring right now. So this reading is reaching out to us all. They have like different words. It says paid. Oh no, it says, and so I listened to let the past go, so that I may awaken to how much I have grown. So these are all the phases, the cycles of life that we go through, the ups and downs, and turns and turnabouts, and things like that. And it says the past also. So I really get from this reading that so far we're all doing well, guys. We're all doing well because we're seeking higher. Even to the ones watching me and watching other readers, you're wanting to know more. You're wanting to learn something. You're not wanting to be out in the dark. You want to know things. And that's a start right there. That's a start. All right, another. Let's see here. Flower child, momentum, creativity, and action. Flower child. I feel in this card, I feel that this energy is a bad girl, bad boy one. It's kind of like I want to say Billy Badass. Yeah, say it, Billy Badass. Flower child, like the daring one, like just very daring. It's something about certain. I don't know. This person just has a way of seeing things in a different light, and they magnify, they go towards what they're attracted to, and they want to know. You look at this picture really close. It's like almost like reading a story. Like, this is how I see it. This is how I word it. This is how I see things, and I think that's awesome. I think this attitude and personality is a really badass. But I do believe sometimes we have to give ourselves a little pat on the back, because we don't get it all the time. The world beats us down so bad at times. And so it's good that we can say, you know what, I got this. Okay, I fell down. This didn't work right, but I'm going to get myself back up and get back in that mud bath. And I'm going to read up. I'm going to educate myself. I'm going to keep to it. I'm going to keep at it. I feel looking at this card as resilient. This energy is a very resilient one. Like, you're not going to see me sweat, and I like that attitude. So, this has been a reading of Minnie. This is La Madame. Good morning to you all. I hope this reading finds you at a good time, at a good place. And until we meet again, goodbye.